This April, Houston Mayor John Whitmire made a big commitment to fix the inaccurate billing and meter reading issues that we exposed in our drained investigation. These are major problems that we began uncovering 2 years ago, one customer at a time.
What the mayor announced was a water bill improvement plan he said would take until the end of this year. Well, here we are, less than 30 days away from the end of this year. Call it the home stretch. Amy Davis is hearing from many of you concerned with your most recent bills, and Amy's back with an update.
Yeah, and Sophia, so I got to be honest, I've heard very little from water customers since April, but that's because the water department put everyone on set usage billing. Customers just a flat amount. They bill them based on the amount of water you used in the past. So during this time period, Houston Public Works has worked overtime to replace these broken remote read sensors that are attached to our meters. They say that this is what was causing those inaccurate and inflated bills. So now, as customers are shifted back to regular billing and charged for the amount of water the city says they're actually using, we are hearing about some unpleasant surprises.
When I got this bill, it was a shock.
Same story, different customer. Amber McMunn has lived in this Kingwood home for nearly 17 years. She uses about 4,000 gallons of water a month, and that's what the city billed her for during the set usage billing period. In November, she received the first bill based on her actual usage.
And all of a sudden, I said I used 52,000 gallons, and my bill was over $1,500.
Whoa, 13 times what she normally uses. She called the water department. They said call a plumber. They confirmed no leaks. So then she called me.
They called me literally the next day and said, we're sending somebody out to put in a new meter, and we've zeroed your bill out.
A public works spokesperson told me Amber's remote read device was functioning when they tested it while she was on set usage, but that it must have failed after she was transitioned to the actual usage in November, resulting in a reading error. But Amber's not just a one-off. We are now hearing and seeing more rumblings of water billing issues, especially in Kingwood. This Facebook post from a Kingwood page about a water bill for 23,000 gallons got 40 comments, including ours was $715 last month for 2 adults. Stacy Lorenzo wrote, the last 2 months have been almost 10,000 more gallons than usual, over $500 each month.
I admire the water department for admitting their problem. I think that they're trying to fix the issues. I just think it's a lot more than they thought it probably was.
Here's a status check. Since April, Houston Public Works has replaced more than 100,000 broken remote read devices, a plan the last director said would take at least 5 years. All total, 164,000 residential water meters have the new remote sensors. That leaves 271,000 meters that will need the devices replaced. Even if the old remote device on your meter is still working and transmitting your reading back to the water department, you can't get water usage alerts or real-time usage information on your account.
So right now, there are about 75,000 water customers still on set usage billing. You're getting those consistent bills. If that is you, if you're one of them, you'll receive the notice from the city 60 days before they switch you back to bills based on actual water usage. But during this time, even though your bills are consistent and you might think, oh, this is nice, they're low, you should still look at your bills every month because it will show you how much water the city says you're actually using if you went over that set usage. And that could kind of prepare you for when you switch back to regular billing. Like, don't expect to be at that same lower rate, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, so we've also created a Google form that if you're watching this or you see these stories and you're like, oh my gosh, my water bill was $800. I called and, they said, sorry. We want you to fill out that form. Send us all that information so that we can look into your case.
Thank you, Amy.
Lots of work to be done still. All right, Amy, thank you so much.